Shalom, brothers and sisters. What's going on with y'all? I need y'all to put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. It looks like we're going to have to work our way through these technical difficulties. I went and got a new laptop today. I'm still experiencing audio issues. So y'all can hear me clearly, right? All right, so sharing media is what I'm having an issue with at this point. What's up? I see you, Abby McDonald. Jeff Ricks, Loving Dean the God. King C3, I see y'all. All praises to the Most High. I'm glad y'all catching another stream. Yeah, we just gonna have to work through the kinks, man. All right, so y'all can hear me. All right, so let's try this. Let's see if y'all can hear this audio here, and you can hear it clearly.
Kanye, why don't you contact me when you got something to say?
Because there was something there. See, in our industry, who pays you?
Did y'all hear that? That was one loud and clear. Okay, all praises to the Most High. Peace and blessings. Hey, I see y'all joining. Let's kick 2023 off, right? The audio is good to go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Great. Now, as I was testing my speakers, it wouldn't show on the actual dial. So I'm glad it's working. Now, brothers and sisters, we got some things to discuss. I want to talk about Ye. So I was sitting here watching Mike Tyson, his podcast with Cat Williams, and he was asked about Ye being missing, which I didn't even know Ye was missing. It's the first time I heard this news. And then I went and done my research and did a little bit of digging. And his ex-business partner, a guy by the name of Alexander, what's his face? But anyway, he's talking about how Ye is pretty much in hiding because he is ducking a lawsuit from his former business partner. Now, I'm not going to even go to that source because I'm just not buying it. I'm not believing that. I think that's a cover story. We all know that Ye done dug himself into some hot water. Let's just put it that way. And something else is going on, and they're already putting out a cover story. And let me get this thing working here. I'm more keen to believe Cat Williams, since Cat Williams is in the industry, and he seems to have aligned himself with going against the powers that be. So you have a handful of celebrities that ruffle feathers within the industry, and Cat Williams over the years has been one of them. Let's get this thing going. Now, I want to talk about what Cat Williams had to say about Ye missing. I see a lot of theories in the chat. I see people saying that, man, did dude slide out of the country? Did he go ahead and escape Babylon? What's going on here? What's going on? You know what? I think Ye been trying to speak to us. Think about it, y'all. He been wearing masks lately. He been covering his face. He been hiding already in the general public. I can distinctly remember Orlando Brown talking about there's more than one Ye. That, you know, you have one guy as pretty much a double, a body double. And Ye has been wearing these masks like within the last, like 4 or 5 months, as if he's trying to tell us something. Hey, 123J, thank you for the $10 contribution. I appreciate the support. Says Shalom, New Breed, keep up the good work. Absolutely, I will. And I haven't set up all of my sounds yet on this new laptop. But you know I got to go get that sound effect for everybody who contribute. But it's highly appreciated. Yeah, could it possibly been a body double? That, you know, in certain places when Ye would pop up in certain eateries and things like that, he would hide his face. Could it be that Ye is really just hiding? Now, could it be the reasons of him hiding don't have anything to do with no lawsuits from his ex-business partner? Could that be the cover story from the media? Or, according to Cat Williams' theory, which some of y'all might not have heard Cat Williams' theory, so I'm gonna go into it. But he's more so on the side of, hey, listen, when you boot up and suit up and you go against, you know, the big dogs, you can expect some things to happen, like, you know, some foul play can be involved, right? So let's see what Cat Williams got to say about the media and the narrative and his reaction to Ye going missing. And he's also talking about the Illuminati's control. Now, for the record, I don't personally believe. Yeah, somebody said, could they have put the man on a milk carton? I'm hoping that we ain't going into 2023 like that. I hope we ain't going into 2023 like that, right? We're going to pray that's not the case at all. And let's just pray Kanye just out here tweaking and he vanished for a short amount of time. Maybe he's trying to go into the year with a bang. Let's put this out here. Ye knows how to cultivate attention. He knows how to strum up attention. He knows how to get the media talking. If it's one thing Ye is skilled at, it's starting conversations, right? So let's just hope he on one of his trolling. He trolling OD out here, and that's what it is, right? But man, you can't put nothing past the media going into 2023. Let's see what Cat Williams has to say in his reaction to Ye going missing. Now, for the record, I don't believe that the Illuminati is the media. I believe it's a little bit deeper than that. Personally, Cat Williams calls them the Illuminati. I think the Illuminati is the royal bloodline. The Illuminati go back all the way to the Knights Templar. We talking about the Illuminati goes back far as the people who basically assassinated King James. You know, that's the Illuminati. The Knights Templars, you know, the Idumeans, those guys behind the scenes. That's the Illuminati. And then they pass the bloodline down. The reptilian beings, absolutely. The Masonic order. But not just the media per se, right? So it's a little deeper than just the media. Let me just put that out there for the record. Let's see what Cat Williams had to say in reaction to Ye missing. Let's go.
Is who tells you what narrative.
Crazy, Kanye. Why don't you contact me when you got something to say?
Because
now, he had some issues with Ye before. So let's go.
There was something there. See, in our industry, who pays you is who tells you what narrative you're allowed to use. And I'm not paid.
Fair use. Federal law allows citizens to redistribute portions of copywritten material for the purposes of teaching, edification, and so forth. And shout out to Prophet Muscle for the source. Y'all shout out to Prophet Muscle. All right, let's continue.
So I own my narrative. Wow. So if in media, somebody's getting paid.
You seem to be an expert in identifying those individuals over the years. Do you believe in all that planting, all that industry planning stuff, Hollywood?
What are you talking about?
The way they choose like certain comedians to be like, because Cat is like a legend in itself, but he never went the route of like politics or the narrative.
No. Name another comedian that did. Don't be no chicken, you know.
What?
Yeah, they were just here.
Wow, I think he's throwing shots at possibly Kevin Hart or whatever the case may be. But I want to fast forward a little bit. I think I have a timestamp here. I want to fast forward when he's talking in regards of Ye. So forgive me for that. Let me push forward a little bit here.
I'm aligned against the machine.
Wow. See that?
So I understand that, you know,
But be haters.
if in media, somebody's getting paid. That's the crux of media.
So many things.
So
You're the numbers guy, and you got paid heavily because you've proven your numbers with your stand-ups and your specials and stuff like that. Did you have to like fight to get those numbers, like to prove to get?
For individuals spam in the chat, let it be known. Hey, for anybody spamming the chat, make sure moderators, we on Nadine and getting them up out of there. I see y'all spamming. Stop the damn spamming, yo. All right, let's go.
Paid, like, or I mean, do you get mad
Hold on, y'all.
when you see other people get paid without
All right, so we having some connectivity issues. Y'all bear with me one moment. And so basically, just to catch y'all up to speed, right? Cat Williams is saying that, listen, if you don't control the narrative, basically, if you don't own your liking, right? In all perpetuity, if you are not controlling your narrative, meaning you are a boss, like a Dame Dash, someone of that nature. If you're not controlling the narrative, you cannot just push your own narrative without consequences and repercussions. So in reaction to Ye being missing, this whole conversation sprawled. Now, what Prophet Muscle did was he just edited key points of what the brother Cat Williams is saying about the industry. That listen, you cannot boot up against them in that way. And he said, listen, it has to be something real there that Ye was saying if he has to go through all of what he's going through at the moment. So although Cat Williams had his disagreement with Ye back in the day, they clashed, they bumped heads, but he's saying, listen, it had to be something to what Ye is saying. And by the way, Cat Williams also know he's an Israelite just as well as Kanye West. Cat Williams is on record saying that he knows he's an Israelite when approached by some brothers on the streets that was preaching. I can't remember what camp it was, but he acknowledges that he's an Israelite. So he knows without a shot of a doubt that there was some truth to what Ye was bringing forth. Anyway, let's continue.
That's the crux of media, is that something here equals something there.
wow.
Tate Williams is confirming what Ye is saying. They're all controlled.
Media controls so many things.
So
You're the numbers guy, and you got paid heavily because you've proven your numbers with your stand-ups and your specials and stuff like that. Did you have to like fight to get those numbers, like to get paid? Like, or I mean, do you get mad when you see other people get paid without dealing the way you did it?
Well, you know this one cat.
No.
It's like,
Really?
I don't get mad about how anybody's trajectory goes. Like, I don't, just because I don't.
So now they're asking them questions about other comedians. Now let me go a little bit further. I got another timestamp here. I want to hit only key points. This is a pretty long video, so I'm only going to the key points. And then we got to discuss your boy. We got to talk about Andrew Tate. We got to. Yo, thanks for the $2 contribution. Blake says, peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it.
Who pays you is who tells you what narrative you're allowed to use.
Who pays you is the one who's allowed to tell you what narrative it is you can use. Is it that Ye booted up, he went against the system, and unfortunately they got him, they snatched him? Like, I really hope that's not the case, but based on Cat Williams' response to this question about Ye, it really throws me for a loop. It makes me wonder where Ye is at, because I think that Ye moving into 2023 is an intricate piece of the puzzle when it comes to this awakening. And maybe the powers that be know the same thing. And maybe, listen, they're trying to make the ultimate message to anybody who ever stand up against the powers that be. See, this is a plantation, man. This is a plantation in Hollywood. And once they get into them slave contracts, they not allowed to buck up against their slave masters. They not allowed to go against the grain. It will be consequences and repercussions. Based on what Cat Williams is saying, he like, listen, if Ye is missing, he know why it ain't looking good. I hope Cat Williams is not right, bro. I'm really thinking that Ye, and this is what I'm more so leaning towards. I'm more so leaning towards Ye just getting the people talking. He been wearing these masks for the last 6 months. Maybe that was a subliminal message like, ha ha, can't find me, can't see me. You don't know who's under the mask. And I seen that Alexander has hired investigators. He's hired several investigators to go find Kanye's or Ye's whereabouts as far as his address, his living address. When Ye said, go DEFCON 3, could it have been that he's hiding from these individuals? Maybe he's hiding from something else and not what you think it is. Maybe he's not hiding from no lawsuit. Maybe he's hiding from something else. And DEFCON, for those who don't know, DEFCON is defense. Yeah, DEFCON is defense. So when you really piece this thing together, maybe he on code and he done found himself a bunker. Maybe, listen, what you could do with millions of dollars, you wouldn't believe it. Maybe the brother, he's running from them people. Because one thing I know about the Hollywood elite, here's the thing. They don't get you while you popping. Meaning they're not going to get you while you all in the media. You are constantly in the forefront. Ye's fire began to burn down a little bit. His fire began to dwindle out a little bit. They don't go after you when you just in the media and you are a trending topic. They wait till you dwindle down a little bit. And then maybe Ye said, listen, I'm not trending right now. I'm not on the news right now. Maybe it's time for me to disappear for a while before these people, you know what I'm saying, come. Maybe the brother just ain't lacking out here. And I'm hoping that's the facts, that Ye ain't lacking. You know, I pray for the brother because he did something bold. Regardless of how you think and what you feel, Ye did do something bold by coming out speaking the truth in the way he did. He displayed courage. Whether you like everything he said or the way he said it or the way he went about it, we gotta understand that he put conversations on the table on a mainstream level, and it's conversations regarding who the true nation of Israel is. It even sprawled a ripple effect, a domino effect, and had Kyrie Irving jump out the gate and start posting stuff. So at the end of the day, whether you like or dislike Ye, he put a conversation on the table that's needed. Our people have been suffering the biggest identity crisis known to man. And with Ye's help, Kyrie Irving's help, and the help of a few others that align themselves against people who are trying to silence the word, they caused a ripple effect. So we got to give credit to what credit is due. Real talk.
And I'm not paid, so I own my narrative. So that is what makes my opinion valuable at all, is because it's not bought by Republican or Democrat. It's not bought by...
Yo, that was some real talk. That was some real talk Cat Williams just said. He said what I say publicly, what makes my opinion valid to the people, what makes his opinion valid is he's not bought by any lobbyists. He's not a Cardi B bought by the Democrats. He's not bought by Republicans. He's not controlled. So when he's saying something like, hey, you know, I think that, you know, these people might have booted up against your boy, and, you know what I'm saying, his opinion should be taken seriously. I'd rather listen to him than some Alexander what's his face talking about Ye is ducking a lawsuit. Now, what millionaire is going to be sitting there ducking a lawsuit? Let's use our common sense here. What millionaire is going to be sitting there ducking a lawsuit, bro? So, like, I'm more so listening to what Cat Williams got to say, right?
A religious sect. It's not bought by my connections with this person and that person. It's truly based upon as close to an unfiltered opinion as possible.
Ye is happy to hear that.
You listen to people that's getting a check cut.
And yeah, that's the only part of it that's worse than anything. So I'm sure I can be canceled, but
So on this show, right?
I'm
They
not
cancel
gonna
me. No, I cancel you, mother. What's the name of that again that I'm associated with?
Oh,
Relevant. So when they cancel, they say, we're going to cancel you, Mike Tyson. I said, well, really? I'm cancel you, mother.
It just so happened, man, they not just canceling people off social media, bro. They not just canceling them that way. They canceling them the other way. That's how they canceling them these days. It ain't like, you know, hey, you know, you're going to have to pay a fine. Hey, you're going to be banned from Twitter, banned from social media. No, man. No, man. They on a whole nother level with it, bro. It's like you going up against the mob with these people. Especially as the time dwells, man. Satan running out of time. So these celebrities are in a very a compromising position. They between a rock and a hard place. When somebody cutting your check and they own your likeness and you step out of line, oh, they're gonna put you back in your place. And that's pretty much what Cat Williams is saying.
I was praying it
Right,
wasn't
baby?
Manscaped.
Right? Huh?
I'll cancel you, mother.
there was a weird encounter at the you and Suge Knight saw him at a rehab spot. What was
They talking about when Ye and Suge Knight saw Kanye at a rehab spot. Let's listen to this story here.
that about? Or you just was there?
Yeah.
I said you and Suge Knight was hanging together, and then I think Bobby Brown said it on your podcast. He said for some reason Cat Williams was with Suge Knight and they were at your rehab, and it was just so
Tell us
weird.
about that, Cat.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That sounds like a multi-part question, and I unfortunately only have an answer for one. So, yeah, I spent time with Suge Knight. I'm often in the company of scary individuals.
Okay, so let me make sure. I thought I heard him ask him, did he run into Ye there? Let me go back to that question. He went over the question kind of weird. Let's get that again. I gotta hear that question again.
That sounds like a multi-part question.
There was a weird encounter at the you and Suge Knight saw him at a rehab.
So he said saw him after you and Suge Knight saw him. I believe he's talking about Ye. And then he went on to ask another question. So yeah, he was definitely asking about Ye. Let's go.
What was that about? Or you just was there?
Yeah.
I said you and Suge Knight was hanging together, and then I think Bobby Brown said it on your podcast. He said for some reason Cat Williams was with Suge Knight and they were at your rehab, and it was just so
Tell us
weird.
about that, Cat.
Yeah, what's up with that?
All right, I think he might have been asking about Bobby Brown.
That sounds like a multi-part question.
Let's go.
If you're that type of person, and where you collect.
And it's crazy how they did Suge Knight, man. I honestly, to this day, people may disagree with me. They might call me a conspiracy theorist, but when it comes to Suge Knight, I believe he was framed. I don't think Suge Knight ran anyone over. I think that was a dummy, like literally. I think it was a crash dummy that they dressed up and they staged an event and locked him up. That's what I think. I watched the video footage. It did not look real, in my opinion. But we all have opinions, right? I think Suge Knight was going against the grain as well. So as you can see, Cat Williams always aligned himself with people in the industry who is kind of like going against the grain. Dima Talks, thank you for the $5 contribution. Said, God bless you, bro. Great to see people who are awake. Much respect for how big you grew. Your channel spreads the truth, currently working on it as well. Real talk. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the support. Yeah, man, I've been battling, man, to the brother who just sent the 5, man. Dima Talks. Man, I've been dealing with the Andrew Tate stands. Oh, I've been dealing with the Andrew Tate stands, brother. Man, they've been coming at me full-fledged, as if somebody can accidentally get hit with human trafficking. As if somebody can accidentally get hit with human trafficking charges. I brought all the details to the table, my man. Ladies and gentlemen watching, are y'all aware that Andrew Tate allegedly he owns, and this is according to multiple sources, that this guy owns 15 casinos in Romania. 15 casinos. I see people saying free Tate. Why would you, let me ask you something, for everybody who said free Tate. If Tate is guilty of human trafficking, would you want him free? If he's guilty of human trafficking, would you want him free? Now Panda Costa says yes. So Panda, yeah, let's get you on up out of here. Thanks for sticking out like a sore thumb so I can get you out of my chat. Now, the reason I asked that, because all the evidence that I've shared in multiple videos points to his character as being one who is very capable of human trafficking. Based on his character, based on the words that come out of his mouth, based on his thirst for power, based on his greed, based on his viewpoint on women, and based on his own words. Pretty much in a lot of my streams, I proved that he has the proclivity to actually sell these women. I think he's very capable. And it's just based on his own words, to the point where they hit me with false copyrights and everything. That whole podcast, y'all know that podcast I reacted to? They wanted, listen, the owners of that podcast, they did not want that video up because Tate's words were so damning that they did not want it up on this platform. I still left it up, but now his own words saying how, you know, when he was asked, hey Tate, how does this story end with you pretty much exploiting these women on webcams? How does this end? He said, listen, this is just beginning. And that was some years ago. It was just incriminating what he was saying. It was incriminating. And now we come to find out that he owns 15 casinos in Romania, which points to another narrative as well that I pointed out. The narrative that's beyond a criminal enterprise, but the narrative that points to a ritual, a Freemasonic ritual in which they play on the public and they create theater for all of us to witness, because at the end of the day, we're just puppets and they're the puppet masters. They just string us along with distractions. They just give us false narrative stories. They give us fake news. They give us staged events. This is what they do in the media. And it's all part of Tate's humiliation ritual to get closer into the brotherhood. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the man owns casinos. Anybody seen the movie Casino? By show of ones in the chat. Have anybody seen the movie Casino? Let's use that for an example. By show of ones, has anybody seen the movie Casino? Okay, we got some people in here who seen some old Joe Pesci movies, some old Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci movies. Hey, For Wiz, oh man, you haven't seen that, brother? You got to get on game, brother. It's an old classic. All right, for those who've seen it, that movie is very, very similar to how things really work. You pretty much have diplomatic immunity when you own casinos. Why? Casinos stimulate the economy. It pretty much stimulates the entire ecosystem. When you own a casino, you are connected. You are all the way plugged in. You are the plug. You are plugged in with the governor, the mayor, the priest, the bishops. You plug. Let me tell you something. Let me explain this to you. You plugged in with the prime minister, depending on what country you in. Listen, you are plugged in with everybody. If you own lots of casinos, that's how it works. It is mafia based. You are connected. That's why you seen him get in that cop car and he purposely looks at the camera and he throws the pyramid up. Why? Because he's connected. Now, you would be surprised how successful he is in this business. Let me read up. Andrew Tate, and we are on Revolutionary Program Design. There's so many websites. That's backing up this story, but we're still going to use allegedly just because, right? Andrew Tate is a 4-time kickboxing world champion, serial entrepreneur, and self-made millionaire. The former kickboxer owns multiple businesses and worth hundreds of millions of dollars. One of his favorite businesses is actually his chain of Romanian casinos. Wow, would you look at that? Would you look at that? He owns 15 Romanian casinos and he was just locked up in Romania for human trafficking. Wow. This dude is linked in. His father was a CIA agent. This brother is linked all the way in. Yeah. He gets caught up because of a pizza box linking to the infamous Pizzagate. Purposely takes the pizza boxes. Remember this, y'all. He purposely says, I'm not recycling these pizza boxes. Right before he filmed, I'm not recycling these pizza boxes. Sits the pizza boxes down. The camera zooms in on the pizza boxes. And that is what led to his arrest. And we don't think these people are playing mental gymnastics with us, but you have people like myself who can see. See, I see 3-dimensional. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. Andrew Tate owns 15 Romanian casinos together with his brother, Tristan Tate. Him and Tristan got arrested, right? They both own 15 casinos in Romania. Ain't no way he was arrested. Was it real or was it staged? He opened his first Romanian casino when he was in his early 30s, and today he has a chain of 15 different casinos generating more than $1 million per month in revenue. Goodness, do you know how many mouths he's feeding? Do you know how much money laundering goes on through casinos? Do you know that? How many of y'all seen Ozark? Because I can't let the media keep messing with y'all minds. How many of y'all seen Ozark? Do you know what people do through these casinos? Yeah, we said we got ones in the chat. That's right. So you know when it comes to connections, when you own casinos, you linked in. Somebody said they don't want to hear the truth, Breed. No, they want to be stands. That's what they want to do. Some of his other businesses include OnlyFans management companies, The Real World, and The War Room. So not only is he managing a bunch of chicks' OnlyFans, but he just got caught for trying to, for those who didn't see the news brief, he got caught by the Romanian officials with a setup in pretty much a bunker style location, isolated location, unbeknownst to the public, had monitors set up with webcams, knives and guns laying everywhere, him and 3 other individuals, one including his brother, and basically they about to run these women on another site. So he just can't stop with taking them OnlyFans checks. No. He can't just stop with that. No, the greed and power. Let me tell you something. The Bible says it is more difficult for a rich man to enter in the kingdom of heaven than a camel, a fat ass camel, entering through the eye of a needle. Damn it, it's impossible. So all of y'all idolizing this man is wicked. Andrew Tate is wicked. That's an incubus male. That's what he is. And of course, Bree, you're being a hater. You a hater because he's successful. He's a businessman. He's running this. Listen, do any of you who called me a hater in my comment section on my community post when I showed he owned these casinos, do any of y'all care about children being sex trafficked? Not saying that he's responsible for that, but the Pizzagate symbology raises a red flag to me. Although, according to Wikipedia, that was all. Those rumors were all squandered by Washington, D.C. police, right? Although I was born and raised in D.C. and I would have never thought that Washington, D.C. police get paid enough to uncover a worldwide pederasty ring. I didn't know they got paid enough to do that, but that's what Wikipedia says. The police cracked the case. But for those who call me a hater, if he's guilty of exploiting these women, forcing these women onto these webcams, and trafficking these women, do any of you care? Do any of you care about the innocent? Or all they have to do is be somebody who's famous, who has some one-liners, somebody that you like? Is that all it takes is for it to be somebody you like, and you don't judge them on any of their fruits? Do you realize that these sex lines and these chats, the pornography, is what is destroying the same brothers that he's supposed to be fighting for? Oh, did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I said? Do you understand the sites, the sites that he's doing on OnlyFans, where all the women scantily clad, the websites, the webcam shows that he's setting up? It's the same thing that's keeping you men weak. And at the bottom, it's the same thing that keeps the divine feminine on top. Don't you realize the same people that he's supposed to be fighting for is the same people he's exploiting? Don't you get it? You don't see that this man is playing both sides? Promoting lifestyles that ruin you men, gambling. The pornography, the websites. Did I not show y'all footage of him bragging about how he was jugging and finessing you brothers? He looks at you as lames, simps, and anything else negative in the book. Does that not bother you? That the guy that's supposed to be your hero is actually playing both sides. He's the guy behind the scenes giving the women the game to finesse you out of your hard-earned living. He's the reason why these women got their nostrils all up in the air, walking around. He's giving them the game. And then at the same time, he's talking about how idiotic and worthless these women are, and how they don't have a mind of their own. So while he's dehumanizing them, he's swindling you. Y'all better check out my Andrew Tate videos. I'm bringing it out. Y'all want to know what's going on with that situation? You're finding out right here. Some of its businesses include OnlyFans management companies, The Real World, and The War Room. In this guide, I show you exactly how Andrew Tate grew his Romanian casino empire. I'll also answer your most important questions. Wow, the casino was a huge success today, and he has more than 12 separate casinos. So it's 12, and I'll change the title. I heard it was 15. Actually, it is 15, but 12 of them are 12 separate casinos are more successful. So the title is just fine. I don't want to get hit with anything, right? Somebody said drop the source. I already dropped the source. The source is on, it's multiple sources. Revolutionary program design. All you got to do is Google it. Seriously, it's on several articles, several sources. Somebody said War Room with Steve Bannon. I'm not sure what War Room is. That's my first time hearing about that. It goes on to say, and this is from his mouth. They have quotations. his quotations from him. It says, I have 4 primary sources of income that I prepare to disclose to the world. The first thing is I own some casinos in Romania. Boom, there you go. It's out of the horse's mouth. They have them on quotations. Y'all see that? Hold on. Let's try it again. Focus. It's quotations right out of the horse's mouth. So he owns these hotels. I mean, he owns these casinos in Romania where he was arrested for human trafficking. Very interesting. He goes on to say, Andrew first learned about the casino business while working for the RXF, aka the Romanian UFC organization. So here's the connect. He overheard 3 businessmen talking about their casino empire and how they made millions of dollars a day with casinos stretched all across Eastern Europe. Andrew Tate couldn't believe it, and he immediately knew he had to get involved with the business plan. It goes on to say, and here's more quotations. Wow, it's interesting I used the movie Casino. Wow. He just tells on himself. You know what Andrew Tate's problem is? He talks too damn much. He talks so much, I can use so much against him, bro. Really amazing stuff here. Yo, Bo Rue, thank you for the $20 contribution. He said, it's hard out here for a pimp. What? Yeah, he's too boastful. He tells too much. Here's more quotations by Andrew Tate. This is him, quotation marks. Hold on, why it won't focus? Bah humbug. Won't focus, but look, check this out. Listen to him. The story is there were 3 brothers, mafia guys. And this is what influenced him to get into the business. The story is there were 3 brothers, mafia guys, who owned 400 casinos throughout Eastern Europe. I came up with this plan. I went to them. What? Hold on. I'm sharing this on the screen. He's telling you he plugged into the mafia out there. I can't believe this. Hold on. What? This is his quotations. You just really can't make this up, bro. It just don't get more crazy than this. Pull it up on the screen for y'all. Y'all can read along. Wow, wow, wow. And here we go. Revolutionary program design. Peep this, y'all. This is crazy. How much this guy is just like telling on himself. Like he's telling you how plugged in he is. Which shows you like there ain't no way Romanian government wouldn't arrest him. When you feeding so many mouths, when you feeding neighborhoods and towns and you are stimulating the economy, casinos is a big deal. It ain't no way in hell they're gonna come. This is all stage. I don't care what nobody says. All stage. Hey, Bo Rue, thank you for another 20, brother. Says from at Aria Woodgate. Who is Aria Woodgate? Do I need to pull that up? I'm gonna look that up here in a moment. See, people be dropping some news, so they be dropping some nuggets. So here's the first quote unquote where he says he started it. Oh no, it's further down. It's further down. It's further down. Look, boom. I have 4 primary sources of income. There you go. Y'all can see it, quote unquote. No, let me make the screen bigger. I want y'all to be able to see this as well. So you don't think New Breed just making this stuff up, right? Hold up. There we go. Right? Y'all see it? Quote unquote. That's your boy Tate. But watch this. It gets more damning, right? This is from his words. Boom, here we go. More quote unquote. The story is So he was influenced by these guys in Romania who were pretty much mafia guys, right? The story is there were three brothers. This is him telling the story. Mafia guys who owned 400 casinos throughout Eastern Europe. I came up with this plan. I went to them. He went to the mob. Mob ties. In Romania, this man got connected with the mob. He says, I'll pay to open locations. So it costs, money to be involved. I'll give you a percentage of the turnover, not profit. So even if it makes no money, you'll be making money because it's pure turnover. So you think they're going to come lock him up? He making pure turnover. If you think that, listen, we talking about Romania here. He gave him a true split. We talking about Romania. If you think for a second that the Romanian police ain't corrupted, let me tell you something. Other countries, they're not ran like the United States. That green talk. Well, I can't say that. It's the same thing worldwide. Just like in America, that green talk, that money talk. You can get out of anything because of that bag. We talking about a man who was a millionaire before he was on social media. You don't think these people handcrafted and chose Andrew Tate to play the role he's playing? He says, so I'm going to go to war for you with my money. Wow. He's feeding the mob out there, bruh. Why they ain't took out the mob? Why the mafia ain't been locked up for being the mafia? Why they ain't get hit with no RICOs? Where's the organized crime? Where's these guys that got locked up? Why Andrew Tate locked up for human trafficking, but they ain't shut the mob down? He connected to him. Unlike traditional casinos, which have hundreds of employees and stations where you can play card games like blackjack, Andrew Tate's new casinos were electronic only. They only had slot machines and other electronic games. Andrew says this business model is extremely profitable and has many advantages over the traditional model. Fewer employees, impossible to steal money, simpler business models, easy to scale with multiple casinos. A lot of people eating, bro. The truth is, he did several things to destroy other casino owners in Romania. See, Andrew opened up about his first casino in between one of his competitors and Starbucks coffee shop. Here, let's go down further. Let's see from his words. I put up a huge, massive sign up saying free coffee. And I had a really cute little waitress. And I had a very expensive coffee machine. And what happened is dudes would get a free coffee and then gamble their $5 instead of spending it at Starbucks. And I started to make a lot of money. Damn, he trying to put Starbucks out of business. Now, they said he stepped on a lot of people's toes. Could have been those people who blew the trumpet against your boy and say, listen, man, this dude out here human trafficking. Could have been his competitors. And they just had to go through the charades. Could that be the situation? See, we're using our minds here. Could it be that Tate had competitors who went out here and they was like, hey, he out here human trafficking. And they set his location up and set him up for the kill. Or could it be what they said? The officials been studying Tate since April. They've been watching that man since April. So they have a case on him. Somebody said, no, it was Greta's connection. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Jay Lethal says it was clearly a stunt. He throwing up signs and smiling. Exactly. I believe it was a stunt as well. Tater Tot out here stunting, B. Real talk.
Emotional damage.
Yup. Real talk. Yeah, the symbol he threw up when he got in the vehicle. Man, it's just too much. It's too much to ignore. It really is. It goes on to say, okay, it goes on to say, I want to get his quotes. I want to get all his quotes when it comes to his business because he likes to tell on himself. He already told you he was connected with the mafia in Romania. So we just learned that about him. He's feeding plenty of people where he's really not, because he shut down the competition. So this is a greedy bastard. This dude is greedy, bro. There's no limit to his greed. He goes on to say, well, I don't see anything else. Okay, here we go. We got more from him. Let me see. Let me read this. And y'all can read along. It says, why is Andrew Tate famous? That's a really good question. Andrew Tate is famous because he launched an internet marketing strategy to become the most popular man on TikTok. He did this in order to promote his new company, The Real World, aka Hustlers University. Andrew Tate started his strategy on January 2022. Within 6 months, he was the most Googled man in the world. Prior to 2022, Andrew Tate was also extremely famous in Romania, thanks to his brother Christian Tate and his escapades. So he's a hero in Romania. He's already been famous there. Do you know how me and Tristan became so famous in Romania? This is from Andrew Tate himself. There's a girl called Bianca Dragsanu. She was the newscaster for the #1 TV news channel in Romania. She married with a kid. Wow, wow, wow. They are making this too easy for me. So let me get this right. You connected with a chick who pretty much runs the news, which means it's easy to stage the event. Damn, they making this too easy. All with his own words. Let me repeat what was just read. She was the newscaster for the #1 TV news channel in Romania. Now we can see why the US never really aired anything about this. I pointed that out in the first stream. I said, listen, I didn't see ABC, CBS. Nobody aired it over here like that. But this news channel in Romania, could it be possibly the same news station? Is he just showed you he connected with the mafia, the mob, and he's connected with the news station, the #1 news station in Romania. You listen, he could call these people himself and say, listen, come pick me up for human trafficking. Come scoop me up. Listen, I know we connected. We can air what we want, right? Hey, listen, there's 2 million for you. But we got to give signals to the elite. We want to up the ante right now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Somebody said, I only got news of his arrest from your channel. No news, haven't seen it yet. Man, this is uncovering something deep. She got caught having an affair with Tristan. So this is one of Tristan's biddies. They got caught together, and since then, Tristan became the biggest playboy in Romania. Damn, 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 damn. So could it be the reason why they was on the news staging an event, throwing pyramids up? Could it be all fake? He's with all the celebrities. I'm just at home reading the Bible. Bro. Yeah, real funny, real funny. Real funny. He says, and this was in January 1st, 2022, another quote. And within a few months, I became the most famous man on the planet. I am now the most Googled man on the planet. Oh, he loves the clout. Your boy loves the clout. One of those methods is affiliated marketing, where you promote someone else's product and get a commission for each sale. Man, listen, I think that Andrew Tate told on himself. He seriously told on himself. And somebody said, what was the pizza box about? The pizza box was, I don't know if you're familiar with Pizzagate. The story broke around 2016. I believe that he was speaking to the elites in regards to Pizzagate. For those who don't know what pizza was code word for in the escapade that was taking place. Pizza was for little girls and the trading realm. And hot dogs was the code word for little boys in the trading realm. So for them to go into a zoom in on a pizza box after Tate said, I'm not going to recycle this pizza box. He basically posed with the pizza box. The camera zoomed in on it. And that's what was used, according to the news, the Romanian news station. That's what was used to actually trace his whereabouts, where they found him in a bunker style room in an undisclosed location where he had these monitors set up, and they believed that he was going to be forcing young ladies to basically conduct sexual acts on webcams. And that's where he was arrested. So I believe, they used the Greta lady as, I believe she's part of it somehow, some way. Basically, he made a video rebuttaling her, and the media is trying to make it seem, a lot of content creators are saying, it was his ego. His ego was bruised, so he had to respond, and he just, out of some dumb luck, didn't realize he had pizza boxes there that can trace his location, and his ego got him caught. That's the cover story. I believe nothing is done on accident. I don't believe nothing is relative when it comes to the media. I believe he purposely posed with those pizza boxes to give a message to the elite and to show that he is in the trading world. That's what I believe, but that's my thoughts. I don't think it's by chance he had pizza boxes there and then he gets arrested for human trafficking. That just makes no sense. He shows pizza boxes. Pizzagate took off in 2016, but he gets arrested for human trafficking. That's way too many coincidences. Come on now. We got to use our minds here, right? Yep, exactly. James Harden is all a circus for the simple-minded. That's exactly what it is. Excalibur says, I seen him throw up the 666 and look over the monitor at the monitor. Exactly. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. The question is, because this is the $1 million question everybody want to know going into 2023, new breed, with Ye disappearing, with the disappearance of Ye, with the arrest of Tate, breed, what are they distracting us from? What are they distracting us from? That's what everybody wants to know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, going into this year, there's been a lot of changes in the atmosphere that they want us to ignore. There's been a lot of laws passed in regards to climate change. What we need to be focusing on, if you a person who wants to know what we're being sidetracked on or side shifted from, it's this quote unquote, these laws being passed through climate change. And they also want you to ignore certain campaigns they got going. Now, we know due to climate change, they have been doing a lot of energy efficient vehicles without the gas. Years ago, they've been doing cash for clunkers. They've been taking away cars that basically run off of fuel. But what they're not telling you is, ladies and gentlemen, during the winter, with the big story that's not on the table, a lot of these energy efficient vehicles, you see they're trying to chop the stream because I'm about to break something down to y'all. A lot of these energy efficient vehicles that have chargers, you got to stop at charging centers. During the winter time, a lot of these vehicles do not work. Yeah, when it gets frigid outside, when it gets to a certain temperature, a lot of these vehicles were not charging. A lot of these vehicles were not working. So using HARP weather modification, if they wanted to computerly generate a cold front during this time of the year, and they're going through this whole push and this whole campaign to stop us from having gas fuel efficient cars because of climate change, they're going to make it so people cannot travel at all during the winter time. They're trying to keep us stagnated. I know a lot of y'all seen what happened at the airports. I was actually traveling around this time. This is the big stories they're not really talking about. This is what they distracting us from. They trying to keep us still, right? During the winter time. Listen, let me tell y'all. Southwest Airlines in hot water right now. There was hundreds and thousands of people who missed flights. They're going to try to make it so, listen, there ain't going to be no traveling during the winter time. God forbid if you take a flight during the winter. Because these people got some technology they cooking up. It ain't even going to be able, listen, they're going to create an environment. It's going to be difficult to drive. 2023, let's talk about the winter moving into 2023's winter. It's going to be a very difficult one because they're going to be making strides this year when it comes to climate change. That's my prediction going into 2023. They're going to be going leaps and bounds when it comes to climate change with the technology they're going to be creating, right? There's going to be a lot of changes. They're going to be going into their fallen angel technology, and they're going to be pushing a lot. And it's going to be very difficult to travel by next winter time, I guarantee you. So it's one of those things, yo. Winter lockdowns on the table, the increase on tech for climate change. You can look out for that. And you can also look out for more rituals going all the way into about the spring equinox. You're going to be looking at more ideological subversion, confusing the people, more charades, more staged events. They really gotta break the people down through staged events. There's so many of those coming that channels like mine, you're gonna have to be plugged in, man. You have to have your notifications on because it's gonna be coming like clockwork. And for those who not familiar with that term, ideological subversion is basically when people they do things that don't make, they show you things in the media that does not make any sense. And it's like blaring deficiencies in their stories to the point where they're not even going to try to hide this stuff no more because they want to dumb down society. If they can get people to believe something that's stupid, then your morality slips. Because what happens is when there's a lack of morality in any society, when there's no governing laws, when there's no rules and regulations, when we're not living by our biblical order and rules and regulations of the scriptures, morality dwindles to no avail, and we begin to lose our minds. This is why God gave us laws. We begin to lose our minds in the sense of we can't even make sense out of things anymore. Logic goes away. You know, when the Most High God told us to honor his laws, statutes, and commandments written of in the book of Leviticus and Deuteronomy, let me tell you something. He knew that if we didn't follow our laws, we would lose our minds to the point where we couldn't decipher day from night. Like we literally are mindless zombies if we don't honor our law. We're not able to piece anything together. We're not able to have any common sense. So moving forward in 2023, get your household in order, get yourselves in order. Understand that there's no temptation that you can't overcome. If it's something you battling with, listen, we're warriors. We're fighting these demons. We're going to keep on continuing to fight. We're not going to give in to we're not going to give in to the disillusions or the illusions that they set forth. We're not going to give in to our insatiable lust. We're not going to give in to our lustful flesh. Listen, we're going to push, man. And if we slip, listen, we want to get back up and fight them demons off. Let's let this year, 2023, let's let it be better than the last year. Let's atone for our sins and move forward with a clean slate. Listen, I know the world celebrates New Year's around this time. In actuality, New Year's is really around springtime. That's common sense. The Chinese calendar tells you when a real New Year is. It's in springtime, right? When there's new vegetation, new flowers, new things. But let's just say hypothetically, you got a New Year's resolution. Let's go into this new year trying to do better with a clean slate and live our lives the right way. Anyway, I love each and every one of y'all, man. Peace and blessings to everybody who joined us. Hopefully y'all got some insight. Listen, like the video, share the video, more content coming. Y'all have a blessed evening. With that being said, shalom and peace.